Hi, my name is Priya Malik and I am an NFT artist. You can check out my work on nft.wazirex.com. The inspiration behind my poetry is my real life. I always tell people that you should write about things that affect you the most. In my life, it is love and relationships and social issues. So if you look at my art clearly, you will realize that these are the two issues that I always write about. I have been writing since I was actually really young. I think I wrote my first poem when I was 12 years old, but I started performing poetry really late in life. I was almost 28 years old when I first took the poem from page to stage. I prefer chaos. I believe that the best art is made out of chaos. And I can't sit in a serene environment with, a mountain in front of me and no noise at all. I need noise, I need buzz, I need everyday life in order to write. It is extremely essential for me for that to happen. और I think अगर ये देखा जाए तो इंडिया जैसा देश बेस्ट है मेरे लिए. मैं जब ऑस्ट्रेलिया में रहती थी तो यही मेरी प्रॉब्लम थी कि मुझे किसी चीज़ की आवाज़ नहीं आती थी हवा के अलावा, और मैं कुछ लिख नहीं पाती थी. अब मैं वापस आई हूँ तो हर जगह शोर है, हल्ला है, नॉइज़ेस है, रोज़मर्रा की ज़िंदगी की नॉइज़ेस हैं, और मेरे लिए वो बहुत एसेंशियल है फॉर माई आर्ट. And you will see that in my work as well. I draw a lot of inspiration from things around me. I believe that it is very important for artists to make money. I think हमारे देश में जब एक बच्चा कहता है अपने मॉम डैड को कि मैं आर्टिस्ट बनना चाहता हूँ, पेरेंट्स उसे मना इसलिए करते हैं क्योंकि उन्हें लगता है कि अगर आर्टिस्ट बनेगा तो पैसे नहीं कमा पाएगा. They don't want anything bad for us. They don't want us to starve, and that's why they tell their kids to become engineers and doctors, and I really want that to change. I think it is about time that artists A, learn how to make money, B, have opportunities in which they can mint money for the lack of a pun, and I think it is really important for artists to also be on board with modern technologies, right? So instead of keeping my poems on page, when I took them to stage, when I took them on YouTube, I reached a new level that I would have never probably arrived at had I not embraced that technology. और crypto भी वहीं पे मेरे outlook में आता है. I first started investing in crypto, then I got onto WazirX, then I started realizing how NFTs work. And one fine day, I messaged your team saying that, hey, I would love to come on board as an NFT artist. I know you don't have any poets, but can I do it? And your team was like, yeah, of course. So most of the best things in my life have actually happened by just taking one step, and then the rest of the journey gets decided. So for me, that one step was that one random message to your team saying that I would love to come on board as an NFT artist, and everything just rolled on from there. So I think it is really important for me to embrace digitization, because we are moving to a world which is very global, a world which is not just physical, and I think that's where digital art and NFTs come into place. So my NFTs are going to be one of a kind. They are actually an amalgamation of digital art meets spoken word meets text. So when you look at my NFTs, उसमें आपको digital art भी दिखेगी, उसमें आपको poem सुनाई भी देगी मेरी आवाज़ में, as well as a line from my poem will also be there. So I wanted to make sure that when I say a poetry NFT, it is not just a poem. It is a lot more than that. So I've tried making my NFTs into multimedia NFTs, and it is also very interesting because पहली बार मैं और मेरे partner साथ में काम कर रहे हैं. So he is doing the digital art. He's using me as the inspiration for his digital art, and it is the first time we are creatively collaborating on a project. So I think you will see the love in our NFTs. It will be very visible. I don't know how many of you know this, but Amrita Preetham, my favorite poetess, she used to write, and her lover Imroz, he used to illustrate on the side. If you look at her books, you will see there is a poem on one side and there is an illustration by Imrose on the other side. So I think what we are doing is just a modern version of that. We are digitizing the Amrita Imrose love story into the Priya Karan love story, and hopefully doing it well enough. Firstly, I'm really glad that Wazirex has launched the NFT marketplace, and that is bringing the Indian and South Asian artists to the forefront, because I think जब crypto शुरू भी हुआ था, it was a very Western thing. Even when NFTs had started, it was a very, West dominated market. So the idea that Indian artists can also now get on a digital medium and be able to value their art and have their art looked at by everyone all across the world, I think that is absolutely amazing. And I think it is about time as well, right? अब हमारी सब चीज़ें डिजिटल हो गई हैं, हमारी आपस में बातचीत भी अभी डिजिटली ही हो रही है, हम फेसबुक पे एक दूसरे को हैप्पी बर्थडे विश करते हैं. So I think it is really important that we understand how the cryptocurrency market works. We call ourselves the nation of computer engineers, but we are the same nation that is really scared of crypto as a concept. It boggles my mind when I think about that. So I embrace technology, I embrace art, and NFTs on Wazirex give me an opportunity where the two combine with each other, and I'm really glad that it's all happening, and I think it's a revolution in itself. And it is going to be historic. This is just the beginning. And I'm so glad to be the first poet to do that. And I hope many more follow the suit. I think one of the biggest hurdles was doing it as a profession. And as I said, in our country, we are not encouraged to be artists. And the reason is that because artists starve. That is the myth, right? Starving artist बोलते हैं हम. हम कभी भी starving doctor या starving engineer नहीं बोलते. So I think that was one thing. Even though I had been writing, I had been doing public speaking since a very young age, I think that was never the impetus. The impetus was always कि अरे अपनी degrees complete कर लो. अरे तो पढ़ लिख के नौकरी कर लो. So that was the biggest roadblock, and I'm sure every child watching this right now is facing that roadblock, right? Now, Oprah Winfrey once said, do what you have to do until you can do what you want to do. And I think my life journey has been very similar. So I did what I had to do in the initial phase of my life. And finally, when I came to a point, I was like, okay, you know what? Now I need to do what I want to do. So I started off really late, but it is better late than never. It is the best decision I ever made. I've got 4 degrees behind me. I've got an honors in English literature. I've got a master's in teaching. I've got a graduate diploma in applied linguistics. I've got a master's in education by research. But after all of that, what am I doing? I'm writing poetry. I'm back to the same 12-year-old Priya who loved getting a diary and a pen and wanted to write. And eventually life did that. It's like being in labor. You have to give birth to your art. Otherwise, you're going to spend your entire life in labor. And it's never a pleasant experience. So my recommendation and my tip, number 1 will be to get started. Number 2 will be to not let your circumstances deter you from it. Maybe you are from a background which doesn't enable you to become an artist right away. It's okay. Do what you have to do until you can do what you want to do. But at the same time, don't stop creating art. I think it is so important to create, to constantly create as much as you possibly can. And life definitely comes to full circle. The best thing you can do for yourself is to get started, whether it is as an investor or whether it is as an artist. It's never too late.